And now, continuing coverage of a story we've been closely following. A cloud of mystery over a news conference scheduled for tomorrow, which may shed light on the Brittany Drexel case. That briefing set to take place in South Carolina, and that's where we find Adam Chodak tonight, live in Myrtle Beach with the latest details. Adam.
Thank you, Isabel. Now, before we get to where we are with all of this, let's look back to where it all began, right here at Bar Harbor Hotel, right here in Myrtle Beach. This is where 17-year-old Brittany Drexel of Chilai stayed when she came down here for spring break, unbeknownst to her parents. And on April 25th, 2009, she left the hotel and walked to one down the way here. After that stop, she vanished. And so began a long line of questions that begins and ends with this one. What happened to Brittany Drexel? The feeling came, she says, before the news.
Something is wrong. Something's wrong. I have a gut feeling that Brittany is not safe. She is not. Something's very, very wrong.
That's Dawn Drexel, Brittany Drexel's mother. 2 days after her daughter's disappearance, a frenzied 11-day search ensued. Boats, planes, flyers, and pleas for help from a terrified mom and dad.
Someone knows something that they're not relaying to the police, and they're hiding something.
But the only promising thing they heard was a ping from Brittany's cell phone well south of Myrtle Beach, and then nothing. They worked hard to keep lit that little flame of hope.
Britt, come home. We all miss you. We all love you. We all care about you, your friends, your family.
But balloon launch.
We miss you, Britt. Let's go. We miss you, Britt.
After balloon launch, that light began to fade. Then came 2016.
She had her whole life ahead of her.
Law enforcement revealed their belief that Brittany Drexel had been kidnapped and is now dead. And the name Timothy Taylor came to the fore. Informants, police say, led them to believe that he and his father were involved in Brittany's murder, possibly throwing her body into an alligator pit. But like so much in this case, that lead appeared to grow cold. This past Wednesday, an arrest. Not Taylor, but another man. A man police labeled as a person of interest a couple years into the investigation. 62-year-old Raymond Moody, a registered sex offender, had been caught speeding near Myrtle Beach the day after Brittany disappeared. Arrested, though, not for murder, but for obstruction of justice. The date of the alleged offense? April 2009. This while reports suggest police uncovered remains during a recent search. Now, none of this confirms a real development in the case. For that, we wait for the news conference. We wait, hoping for answers Dawn Drexel was begging for all those years ago.
My goal is to find out what really happened and also to find her.
And perhaps she's getting those answers now. Either way, Raymond Moody, as far as we know, remains in jail tonight, held on a $100,000 bond. And all we're being told, by the way, about this news conference tomorrow is that it has something to do with, quote, recent law enforcement activity, which only fuels the anticipation that's been growing here and in Rochester. Reporting live from Myrtle Beach, Adam Chodak, News 8.
All right, thank you very much for that report, Adam. And we plan on streaming that news conference live. It's set to start, as Adam mentioned, at 2 p.m. and you can watch it on rochesterfirst.com. Adam will also be there and will provide live reports throughout the day tomorrow.